Alright, so welcome everyone to a new video. Today is going to be an unboxing video of my pro skates, which I have right here. And there it says, there's the name. I only have one actual pair of the final product so far, which is the one that was shown before on like public occasions, but never used that one to actually skate with. That one's up for display in my room, and this is the first time I actually get one in this package, and I'm gonna do the unboxing, do some talking about it, and well, assemble to the setup that I'm gonna skate the next couple of months. Do the cut right here too. There we go. Nice and all wrapped up. I feel like I'm presenting like a dish, something I cooked up. Basically, we've been cooking up. All right, so that's where it's at. First reveal. There we go. What a beautiful skate. Obviously I'm biased, but just look at it. There's not much specifically to talk about the skate when it comes to the specs. We have the V2 sole plate with like slightly harder plastic now, which is super fast. I've been skating the same sole plate for the whole summer of street skating, and actually the entire street section that I filmed with the prototype skate was only like I didn't change one single thing on the skate. Like wheels were day one, sole plate was day one, and so on. So let's get into this one right here. You can see finally riveted cuff, perfect. It's never gonna fall off. Then we have the logo in the back right here. We have the logo also in the front on the liner, which I very much like right there. Very subtle. Other than that, there's no indicators that this is actually my skate. I didn't want to put my name on the side or anything. There is my name, however, on the back of the liner right here. Like nothing that like shines out too much. It's more about the colorway itself. Wouldn't be a simple skate if there was like a ton of graphics on there. All right, let's get into what a beauty of a liner. Also my pro liner. Very weird to say it at this point still, but I did put in some work on that one. This is the new Prime liner from MyFit, which has the modified tongue in the front, which is not as high as it used to be. It's still pretty like resistant, so like you can actually like you feel it when you're skating, but it's not as thick as it used to be. I just prefer to have like a lower tongue like this, and just as you can see, like it's not supposed to be like super puffy or imitate a shin guard if it comes to that. I'll put out these things right here. Actually, put them down here. So what I'm gonna do with the liner, first thing I always do is I'm gonna heat mold them. And for heat molding, you just remove spare parts. Or at least I do that. So we have the shock absorber right here. Not too thick, but you can definitely feel like there's, like that one can actually take a lot of your impact. Thing is, I haven't been skating with a shock absorber in years. You also don't see me jump any gaps, but that's actually unrelated. Then also you have the second skin in the back right here. Nice blending in color-wise with the rest of the liner and also with the boot. So what I usually do is I am downsizing from what I think would be a shell size larger than I actually have. I'm skating 42s. Shoes I'm usually on 43, maybe even 43 and a half. And with me removing the shock absorber and the second skin right here, I get to have like a perfectly fitting size 42. Thing about this is what I am missing out on here is this gives you extra stability, helps you tie up your skates and your liner perfectly and just be locked in that boot. Luckily for me, I actually like to have a bit of a side flex, so I'm removing that either way. It's mounted with a Velcro strap right here, but you cannot just remove it like that. You have to put out the laces, then remove this, which is what I'm gonna do. So after I remove the laces and the shock absorbers, as well as the second skins on both liners, put them in the oven for about 10 minutes on 80 degrees Celsius. Meanwhile, I actually can do what I always do, which is switching the laces on the original skate. So the thing about the laces is I could have actually gone for the hockey laces, the long ones that you can wrap around the cuff, but I see more people using the regular laces than people actually going out of their way to do the hockey laces, the long ones. So I just figured I'd do my thing whenever I get it, but I feel like it's a very specific thing to do the laces around the cuff stuff, so I'm gonna stick with that. I'm gonna switch the laces myself. I actually prepared some laces. This is what you have right here, some CCM hockey laces. I think it's 208 centimeters, double waxed laces. The original laces on the sways are also waxed laces, which I insisted on having. I think you just have to have waxed laces in order to have like actually laces that stick, like that stay in their position. This is such a small but important thing about tying up your skates, to have solid laces. All right, so my lacing technique, or you cannot really call it a technique, it's not very special, is I go from the outside to the inside on every single eyelet except for the last one. So when I pull the last one, I can actually like make it super tight at the ankle, which is exactly where it needs to be the most stable. There's actually a few techniques on how to tie your laces to get even more out of it, to even have like the same effect as a 45-degree strap, but I am just sticking with the regular one, and that's basically it. I have like plenty of laces left right here, which I need to tie up those skates really well. Going for a second one. And again, right here is where I go from the inside to the outside. That's the second to last one. I never reached that last eyelet, honestly. That's what we have right here. Two perfectly laced skates. Absolutely perfect. So the only thing that's missing right now is I'm just waiting for my alarm to ring. And as soon as that happens, I just have to put on the skates as fast as I can. I have like some thick socks on to actually help with that. I'm just gonna get ready. they're way more, like they're way softer right now than they usually are. Which is how you can tell that it works just fine. Only thing is it can get like very hot on the inside, so always be careful when heat molding. And always set an alarm, which I also did, because you don't want to forget about your skates, because they will shrink. Or, well, not the skates, but the liners. Yeah, they can actually shrink. What I forgot to do now, or what I just didn't do right now, is didn't put laces in the liners right now, but I can actually tie up my skates fairly tight like this. Because the main thing about the heat molding is that it adapts on the bottom, or at least to me that is. You can repeat this process as much as you want, so if you don't get it on the first try, if it's just a bit too much of a process to get everything in time, do not worry, you can always repeat. I am honestly shocked at how absolutely comfortable these skates are right now. And that's that. Putting them together tighter than I usually would, just so they actually work well like this. And now I just have to leave them on until they're all cooled off. This actually gives me time to put together the rest of my setup. Actually, I've been preparing, obviously. So everyone that has watched previous videos of what I do knows my setup, because it hasn't changed for the last half a year. So this right here is the Diri frame, best flat frame on the market. I already prepared the outer wheels, 55 red eye, and as you can see, my name's on there, right here. So the boot is fully heat molded now. It looks kind of different if you see the liner just by itself. As I was heating it up, like the tongue was just floppy and easily bendable, if that's a word actually. And so now what I'm going to do is put on the frame right here, which I already prepared. All right. So I'm skating my 55mm red eye wheels right here, as I said before. The previous set I skated, I had for the entire summer of street skating, so I was very pleased on how well they all lasted, these wheels. And if you've watched Illegal Smiles video that came out very recently, you'll notice that the man of the hour, Josiah Blee, was also skating these wheels. I think he's always using it as his outer wheels, and very, very honored to have such a high ranking skater, in my opinion, skate my wheels. Now to the classic struggle of mounting wheels and getting the spacers to line up, but not to worry, it always works out. So my skates come with two additional tools. This one with a nice handle, works very well right here, but also for frame stuff, I would very much recommend this one because this one will never round up. Like this lasts forever. All right, so here we have it. First setup. This was one of the things I was very much looking forward to as like in regards of having a boot only skate, is having the opportunity to promote wizard skating and like pursue wizard skating as I want, while still fully showcasing my setup. And not having to do any compromises. Right here is my full skate setup with a wizard frame on. This is the Wizard Skating PR80 frame, the brain dead version. First frame I ever got. Bought this one at Blading Cup, at Spring Cup 2022. First time ever getting in contact with wizard skating. And there you have it. With my main man, Nicola Torelli's Pro wheels, inspired from one of my favorite movies, Pulp Fiction. Amazing wheel, and all in all, an amazing setup. I love skating exactly this setup too. So there you have it. The wizard boot and the aggressive boot. Wait. There we go. The wizard boot, the aggressive boot. Obviously, I'm not gonna skate it like this. I'm gonna put this back to the aggressive setup because that's what I'm gonna get into more next few weeks. And that's it. That's my skate setup. Nothing more to say about all of this. I hope you enjoyed this video, and tune in for next time for some more skate content. And I'm gonna leave the link to these skates in the description below. First time ever you can actually buy these skates. We're off the pre-orders right now, so skates are actually in stock. So if you want to buy them, here's your chance. Let's get it. Keep skating.